Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Bihani, and in this chemistry session today we are going to see groups and periods in modern periodic table. We already know what is the basis of today's periodic table, that is the classification of elements. Perhaps you know Mendeleev classified before Mosley, and the basis was molecular mass or their atomic mass. Actually, atomic mass not decides the all properties to classify in the systematic manner. That's why the modern periodic law that was given by Mosley, and its basis was atomic number. Atomic number is the most fundamental property of the elements and their behavior. So that was the Mosley's law on which the today's modern periodic table is depending. Now we will deal with what are the groups and periods in the modern periodic table. There are 18 vertical columns. Those vertical columns from 1 to 18 LHS to RHS, they are called as groups. That means each vertical column represent one group starting from first group, that is alkali metal on very left hand side, and ending with 18 group, that is inert gases on right side. So groups are numbered 1 to 18 left to right. Correct? Then after that we will deal with periods. There are 7 horizontal rows with the numbers top to bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are called as periods in modern periodic table. So like 18 vertical columns called groups, there are periods, that is horizontal rows, they are 1 to 7 top to bottom. Means our periodic table that contain such rectangular arrangement of elements, we now know that contains 18 groups and 7 periods. Relation between shells of that element present and their groups and period classification. Perhaps you know, in every period when we move top to bottom, for the next element top to bottom, a new group is added. A new group in the sense here that new shell is added. For example, first shell that the element will be in the first group, and that element we know here hydrogen, and the helium is on the right side, that also contain only one shell. These elements, they are here considered in the first group. However, according to recent position, hydrogen is not taken in first group, it is in the place center of the periodic table at the uppermost part, but helium still there. And do you know the configuration there, 1s1 and 1s2. So if you take the next element, below hydrogen is lithium, below lithium is sodium, then potassium, they respectively contain such number of shells, they are increasing top to bottom. But in any period, left to right, the number of shells remain constant. For example, if you take the third period elements that start from alkali metal sodium, and they are like this: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon with respectively atomic numbers 11 to 18, and they each of them contain only 3 shells. So in the same period, number of shell remain same or constant. Now we'll deal with particular groups in the modern periodic table. The very first to the left hand side, alkali metal group. Alkali metal group that is present in the first group. These elements considered mostly lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. And these are the elements, they have valency 1, they contain only one electron in outermost shell, and that is the first group at extreme LHS in the modern periodic table. Alkaline earth metal, that is near to the alkali metal in the second group. These elements contain such element that magnesium, calcium and so on. These elements, they have two shells. Now in the extreme right side, before 18 group, there is 17 group called halogen family, and we know those elements are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Out of that, these elements, fluorine contain only two cells, chlorine contain 3, bromine contain 4, iodine contain 5 and astatine 6. All inert gases, they are present in the same group, that is 18 group, but the number of cells what they contain are increasing by 1 from top to bottom. What are the inert gases in the 18 group? They are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. All they are in the same 18th group, but all they have either duplet or completion of octet, and we know they are previously they were also called as zeroth group element, and now we know their valence is 0. The last we will deal with representative or normal elements. These elements are from group 1 to 2 and at right side 13 to 17. They are mostly from that S block and P block except the last group, that is the inert gases. So this is the brief information about the groups and periods in modern periodic table. And if you like this information, share with your friend, subscribe to our channel and have that bell icon for that getting our notification on new videos. Okay, thanks.